Hello, hello, hey, what's up? How is everybody doing today? Court, I see, is about to start. Let's hope it's a good one today, if you will. Damn, James, where are you? I could hear you, but I can't see you. I'm right here. Don't tripas. I'm right here, live and direct. And with that being said and seen, I'm out.
She can bitch if they want to that way. Morning.
Good morning, you may be seated.
Agua.
Got our interpreter. See, everything worked out. Good morning. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for April 9th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified, or even if you have, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling each of you up individually on your matters. At the end of your matter, I will be asking that you step to the left, and the officer will have all of my orders in writing in the paperwork that the officer provides to you. We are going to go ahead and start with our Spanish speakers this morning. Mr. Interpreter, are you on the line?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes.
All right. Hi. So I guess we are going to start with Maria Jesus.
Español.
Okay. And then next we're going to go to Emiliano Gutierrez Estrada. Mr. Interpreter, are you ready?
I am ready, Your Honor.
All right. Hi. Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your name for the record?
Yes.
Buenos días, señora. ¿Puede por favor decir su nombre para que conste en actas?
María Jesús Islas Robles.
María Jesús Islas Robles.
All right. And Ms. Jesus, what is your date of birth?
Señora Jesús, ¿su fecha de nacimiento cuál es?
Abril 1358.
April 13th of 58.
All right. Second.
Un segundo.
Sorry, I didn't get everything checked on that one. I apologize. Ms. Jesus, you were arrested yesterday, I'm sorry, I lost track of the days, for aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony.
Señora Jesús, usted fue arrestada ayer, bueno, fue el día de ayer, y fue arrestada por cometer el ilícito de agresión con agravante. Eso es un delito de categoría 6.
Based upon the limited information that I have in front of me,
En base de la información limitada que tengo ante mí,
I am not finding probable cause for that offense.
no encuentro que exista una base fáctica para acusarla para vincularla a esa acusación.
That does not mean that the case is dismissed and charges may still be filed against you.
No significa esto que el caso queda desestimado y que no se puedan presentar las acusaciones en su contra después.
I am appointing you an attorney,
Estoy nombrando un abogado para que la represente.
and I'm setting hearings on April 24th and April 28th.
Y programo sus audiencias para el 24 de abril y el 28 de abril.
Both of those hearings are at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Y esas dos audiencias se ventilarán a las 8:30 de la mañana en el Tribunal Superior del Centro de la Ciudad de Phoenix.
Okay. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Pase a la izquierda, el agente le entregará su papel. Ujú.
All right, Emiliano Gutierrez Estrada, please. Good morning.
Buenos días.
Sir, please state your name for the record.
Señor, por favor diga su nombre para las actas.
Emiliano Gutiérrez Estrada.
Emiliano Gutiérrez Estrada.
And Mr. Estrada, what is your date of birth?
Su fecha de nacimiento, señor Estrada, ¿cuál es?
1987 del 6 de septiembre.
1987 of September 6th.
Thank you. And Mr. Estrada, you are here today following your arrest yesterday on charges of theft or control of stolen property, a Class 3 felony.
Señor Estrada, usted fue arrestado el día de ayer y se encuentra acusado de estar en control o de el hurto de un medio de transporte, un delito categoría 3. Perdón, I'm sorry, Your Honor, the interpreter needs to correct his rendition for Mr. Estrada. Y se encuentra usted acusado de robo y controlar propiedad robada. Ese es un delito categoría 3.
I did find probable cause for that offense, and I am appointing you an attorney.
He determinado que existe un motivo fundado para vincularlo a esta acusación y estoy nombrando un abogado para que lo represente.
I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on April 15th and the second one on April 17th.
Estoy programando 2 audiencias en su caso. La primera será para el 15 de abril y la segunda para el 17 de abril.
Both of those hearings are at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Las 2 audiencias se ventilan a las 8:30 de la mañana en el Tribunal Superior del Centro de la Ciudad de Phoenix.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $2,000.
En su caso estoy fijando una fianza en la cantidad de $2,000.
Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Hacia la izquierda, el agente le dará su papel.
Mr. Interpreter, can you please inquire in the gallery if anybody else needs your services?
Of course, Your Honor. Thank you. Buenos días, soy el intérprete judicial. Si está aquí, detenido o detenida y necesita asistencia en español, por favor levante su mano.
Mr. Interpreter, I'm not seeing any hands raised. Officer, are you seeing any hands raised? So thank you very much for your services, Mr. Interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, Kayla Ruiz Harrier, and then Sean Kelly, please. Good morning. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Kayla Elizabeth Ruiz Harrier,
And Ms. Ruiz Harrier, what is your date of birth?
January 14, 2000.
Thank you. And you are here today, Ms. Ruiz Harrier, on two cases. You are here today because you failed to appear on a bench for a bench warrant, or there's a failure to appear bench warrant out on the Maricopa County Superior Court in your case CR 2022-134297. And the judicial officer in that warrant case is suggesting a $2,500 cash only bond, and I am going to go ahead and affirm that bond amount in your 2022 case. Because you're also here on new charges following your arrest yesterday for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those because you were on felony release at the date of the commission of these new offenses. I am holding you non-bondable on these new charges. So I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting 3 hearings in your case. The first on April 15th at 8:30, the second one on April 16th at 1:30 p.m., and the last one on April 17th at 8:30, and all of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. And as I said, I'm holding you non-bondable on this new case. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer will have your paperwork for you. Sean Kelly, and then Matthew Miller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Kelly, please state your name for the record.
Sean Kelly.
And Mr. Kelly, what's your date of birth?
November 4th, 1971.
Thank you. And you are here today on new charges, a series of burglary, a series of charges of burglary in the 3rd degree, unlawful entry, which are Class 4 felonies. You have various offense dates for those on October 6th of 24, 11/12 of 24 to 24/25, August 11th of 24, November 7th of 24, and March 7th of 25. I did find probable cause for all of those. You are also here today on theft or control of stolen property, a Class 2 felony, with an offense date on that of March 22nd, 2025. I am finding probable cause on that one as well. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, I am finding that you are not indigent. You may, of course, obtain an attorney at your own expense. I am setting a setting 2 hearings in your case. The first one on April 15th at 8:30 in the morning, a second one on April 17th at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in your case in the amount of $50,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you would be subject to further release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You are also, according to my information, on probation, so you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of any release. So go ahead, step the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. All right, Matthew Miller, please. Mr. Miller, please state your name for the record.
Matthew Miller,
And Mr. Miller, what's your date of birth?
11/11/1992.
Thank you. And you are here today on 3 violations on the offense date of April 2nd, 2025. They are aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, discharge of a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct involving weapons, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney in this case, and I am setting 2 hearings. The first is on April 15th at 8:30, and the second one is on April 17th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $75,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you would be subject to further release conditions, including electronic monitoring. In the event you are able to post that bond, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any alleged victim. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Michael Higgins, please. Mr. Higgins, please state your name for the record.
Michael Wayne Higgins,
Mr. Higgins, what's your date of birth?
11/16/76.
All right, and Mr. Higgins, you are here on charges of aggravated assault, a Class 2 felony with an offense date of December 5th, 2024, and theft, a Class 6 felony with an offense date of October 13th of 2024. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on April 15th at 8:30 and the second one on April 17th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $50,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will be subject to further release conditions, including electronic monitoring. So go ahead, step to the left. I'll charge your paperwork for you. Carlos Larrea. And then after Mr. Larrea, Arthur Quiroz. Good morning. Mr. Larrea, please state your name for the record.
Carlos Manuel Lovera,
And Mr. Larrea, what is your date of birth?
April 27, 1988.
All right, and you are here on 4 cases today. So let's go ahead, start with your new case. You were arrested yesterday for unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for that violation. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $15,000. In the event you're able to post that bond, you will be subject to certain release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You also have 3 other cases for failure to appear on bench warrants. In the CR 2018-105-624 case, I am, you already have an attorney appointed for you in that case, and I'm setting a hearing on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the 2018 case in the amount of $1,500. I'm sorry, in that first 2018 case. You also have a second 2018 case, which is CR 2018-104-036, for which the Superior Court has also issued a warrant because you failed to appear. I'm setting a secured appearance. You already have an attorney appointed for you in that case as well. I am setting hearings on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the second 2018 case in the amount of $1,500. Finally, you have a last failure to appear, you were picked up on a last failure to appear warrant in case CR 2021-136-878. You already have an attorney appointed for you in that case as well. I am setting hearings on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court and setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500 in that case. In the event that you are able to post bonds on all your cases and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours because you are on intensive probation services. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Arthur Kuros, please, and then Joshua Schneidernick.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Arthur Kuros, 1463.
63?
Yes.
Okay. We have it as 64, but I can go ahead and fix that. All right, and you are here today because Maricopa County issued a warrant for a probation violation. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing in your case on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, one, go to your hearing, two, contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Your Honor, may I say something first?
Yes, sir.
Because I work full-time during the day, and I go to school at night at Gateway for HVAC, air conditioning.
Okay.
Is there any way I can get an OR? Because I really, if I don't go to school, I lose my financial aid.
And I understand that, but, you know, post your bond and you can get released.
I don't have that kind of money.
Okay, you can work with the bondsman. It is a secured bond, okay? So you can work with the bondsman to get it. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Joshua Shitternick. I'm just doing an awful job with your name, and I am so sorry.
Sorry.
Will you say it for me, please?
Shirtnick.
Sherdnick.
Yeah.
I always try to go too hard to make it too difficult. Okay. Mr. Sherdnick? Okay. Please state your name for the record.
Joshua Shirtnick, 1590.
Thank you. And you are here, sir, on an out-of-county warrant from Coconino County. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, I am finding that you are indigent. However, because it's an out-of-county warrant, an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in the Paige Justice Court on April 14th at 8:30 a.m. Because this is the out-of-county warrant, I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $3,000. Okay. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. George Gonzalez and then Evelyn Thurman, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
George Gonzalez.
All right, and Mr. Gonzalez, what is your date of birth?
December 25th, 1989.
All right, and you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal trespass in the third degree, a class 3 misdemeanor, and refusing to give your true name to officers, a class 2 misdemeanor. Let me get through my thing.
Yes,
I did find probable cause for both of those. You were also arrested for drug paraphernalia, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did not find probable cause for that one. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, I am finding you indigent, and an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on April 16th at 9 a.m. in the town of Wickenburg. And Mr. Gonzalez, is there something you wanted to tell me?
Yeah, when they got me, somebody drugged me. Like somebody gave me a chocolate that had mushrooms or something. So like my conscience was got lost, and I was being serious. Like when I wasn't responding, it was because I was not there, you know.
Okay, so I'm going to let you explain all of that to the judge in Wickenburg, and for today, based on the information I have, I'm going to go ahead and set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the event that you are able to post that bond, don't return to the scene of the alleged crime, and don't have any contact with any alleged victim. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you, okay? Evelyn Thurman And then Carlos Sanchez. Ms. Thurman, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Evelyn Thurman.
And Ms. Thurman, what is your date of birth?
March 2nd, 2000.
All right, and you are here today on a bench warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court for failure to appear for status conference. An attorney should already have been appointed for you in this matter, and I am setting a hearing on April 15th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $750. If you are able to post that bond, you need to go to your hearings. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Carlos Sanchez, please. Morning, Mr. Sanchez. Go ahead and state your name for the record.
Carlos Sanchez,
What's your date of birth?
8/26/91.
Thank you. And Mr. Sanchez, you are here on two cases. You have a new case for based upon your arrest yesterday for theft or control of stolen property, a Class 3 felony, and false reporting to law enforcement, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting two hearings in your new case. The first on April 15th and the second one on April 17th. Both of those are at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $2,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, and you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, which leads us to your second case, which is you were also picked up because you have a warrant out for an allegation of probation violation in your case CR 2023-151629. In that probation violation matter, I am also appointing you an attorney and setting a hearing on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the probation violation matter in the amount of $50 as a placeholder. Again, if you're able to post your bonds, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead.
So I'll be able to get out today?
I'm sorry, what, sir?
I will be getting out today?
If you post your bonds, you can do that. Go ahead, step to the left. Twilight Henderson, please. Ms. Henderson, will you go ahead and state your name for the record, please?
You what?
Will you state your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Twilight Henderson.
And Ms. Henderson, what is your date of birth?
5/28/70.
All right, and you are here on 3 failure to appear warrants out of El Centro Justice Court. I am appointing you an attorney in all 3 cases, and I am setting a hearing in the El Centro Justice Court in all 3 cases on April 14th at 8:30. Again, that's in the El Centro Justice Court. I am setting and these are your cases in your, I guess, let me back up and we'll start at the top. These are your Justice Court cases. The first one is JC 2018-158467. And the next one is JC 2018-149341. And the last one is JC 2018-121334. Because you have had multiple failures to appear, I am going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 in each case. That means there's a total secured appearance bond for all 3 cases of $750. In the event you're able to post that, you need to go to all of your court hearings. Go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Justin Gaston, please.
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Gaston. Go ahead and state your name for the record.
Justin Charles Gaston,
And Mr. Gaston, what's your date of birth?
5/19/1981.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
you are here today because you were arrested yesterday for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on April 15th at 8:30 and on April 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $250. You are also here because you were picked up on an arrest warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court based upon a direct complaint for theft of the means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, possession or use of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession or use of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. Those offenses were committed on or about October 7th, 2024. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that direct complaint matter in the amount of $250, which means you have a total secured appearance bond in the amount of $500 today. In the event that you are able to post that, go to your court hearings. All right, go ahead, step to the left. All right, Rochelle Arthur, and then Noel Rico, please. All right, Ms. Arthur, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Rochelle Arthur,
And Ms. Arthur, what is your date of birth?
12/22/91.
Thank you. And you are here today because the University Lakes Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest because you had, after you failed to appear for your court hearing there. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on April 14th at 8:30 a.m. in the University Lakes Justice Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event that you are able to post that bond, make sure you go to all your court hearings. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Noel Rico, please. Mr. Rico, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Noel Munoz Hernandez Rico,
Mr. Rico, what's your date of birth?
1/11/96.
Thank you. And you are here on a warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court on allegations that you violated your probation. I am, for purposes of appointing an attorney, I'm finding that you are indigent and appointing an attorney in your probation violation matter. I am setting hearings in your probation violation matter on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those hearings?
Yes, ma'am. I have a job. When I was picked up for the warrant, I was on my way to work. I was actually on lunch break, so I have no problem with going to the hearings. I always show up for all my court dates, whatever's needed.
Okay. So also don't violate your probation, though, okay?
No, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I understand.
All right. So I'm going to release you today, OR, but make sure you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and go to your hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, step to the left. All right. Is our next guy present already, or they got to go get him? Okay, let's just clear that. No, that's fine. I was just going to go. Can we do the house calls real quick? All right. We have 3 people that need house calls today because they are a danger to themselves or others, or not able to function sufficiently to appear in court today. Our first house call is Gassine Silfater. Mr. Silfater, date of birth is January 1, 1996. And Mr. Silfader is here on 4 cases. The first one is a warrant for a probation violation, a warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court for a probation violation. I am appointing him an attorney in this case, and I'm setting a hearing on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this first probation violation matter, which is CR 2020 000496 in the amount of $3,500. In addition to the 2020, I'm sorry, there's 2 2020 cases. In addition to the 496 case, Mr. Silfader also has a warrant out of the Moon Valley Justice Court. And it is a post-adjudication warrant. I am appointing him an attorney in that case, setting a hearing on April 14th at 8:30 in the Moon Valley Justice Court. I'm setting a placeholder secured appearance bond in the amount of $50 in that Justice Court case. Mr. Silfader is also here on a new case for which he was arrested yesterday for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I am finding probable cause for that. He was also arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, also a Class 4 felony. I did not find, based upon the limited information that I have before me, that there was probable cause for the dangerous drug violation. I am appointing Mr. Silfader an attorney in this new case, and I'm setting hearings on April 15th and April 17th, both at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In Mr. Silfader's new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. Mr. Silfader also has a warrant for allegations of probation violations issued by the Maricopa County Superior Court in his case CR 2020-131692. I am appointing him an attorney in that case and setting hearings on April 16th at 8:30. I am setting a secured in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bond in the 1692 case in the amount of $1,500. Our second house call is Ryan Barber. Mr. Barber's date of birth is August 21st, 1992. Mr. Barber was arrested on a warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court for failure to appear. He should already have an attorney appointed for him in that case, and I am setting a hearing on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $500. Finally, we have Alicia Brown. Miss Brown's date of birth is November 17th, 1995, and Miss Brown is here on 3 matters. All of them are warrants out of Maricopa County Superior Court for probation violations. I am appointing her an attorney in all 3 cases, and these 3 cases are CR 2024-107328, CR 2023-130248, and CR 2023-11776. I am appointing her an attorney in all 3 of these cases, and I'm setting hearings on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bonds in each of these 3 cases. I'm sorry, let me back up. In the 2020, my math. I'm setting secured appearance bonds in the 2024-107328 case in the amount of $500. In the CR 2023-130248 case in the amount of $500. And in the CR 2023-11776 case in the amount of $100. In the event that Ms. Brown is able to post those bonds, she would need to contact her probation officer within 72 hours. That concludes the house call matters. In the event after I talk to Mr. Silfader, Mr. Barber and Ms. Brown. If anything changes, I will make those changes in my written order. All right, which should bring us to number 34. Is number 34 ready, Your Honor?
Your Honor,
Thank you. Did I miss one?
Yeah, Brown, Alicia. She's a house call.
She's a house call.
Yeah. She put on record, did you? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say anything else, that's fine.
She's got, I just put it on the record, she's got 3 cases, right? They're all probation violation warrants. Are we square?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Well, let me know if I mess something up, because I'll fix it.
That's okay, I didn't hear her Brown, I just heard Barber, that's why.
Oh. No, I talked about her. I'm good, okay. All right, number 34, please. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jason Drown,
Mr. Drown, what is your date of birth?
October 4, 1984.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested for 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, a Class 4 felony, with an offense date of honor about November 2nd, 2024. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney in this case, and I am setting hearings in your matter on April 15th and April 17th, both at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $150,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will be subject to electronic monitoring. I have read your pretrial services interview. I don't believe you have any children. Do you have any children? Okay. In addition to the other requirements, I am also requiring that you may not be alone or have the care or physical custody of anyone under the age of 18. And you may not return to and reside at the scene of the alleged crime, or you may return to and reside at the scene of the alleged crime only if no minor child is present or residing there. Okay. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Huh? Sorry. With that concludes the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar. Court will stand adjourned until the 11 a.m. calendar. And I apologize. Thank you for coming back. This is Commissioner Campbell. And sir, will you just state your name for the record just one more time?
Jason Drown.
And Mr. Drown, we just completed Mr. Drown's matter, and apparently I misspoke, and I informed Mr. Drown that he was charged with sexual exploitation of a minor, a Class 4 felony. I wanted to make it clear that sexual exploitation of a minor is in fact a Class 2 felony. And with that, we are off the record.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Christina Mendoza?
The middle name, Dion?
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Mendoza. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on two separate matters. One is failures to appear from Tucson City Court for a domestic violence assault, as well as just an assault. And then you have a new charge from Pima County Justice Court for disorderly conduct finding domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney in certain instances. If you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. So on your new case, ma'am, the Justice Court case, I'm going to release you today on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, and no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Carmen Ramirez. Don't try to go find her or anything like that. For that one, your next court date will be April 21st at 10:30 a.m. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. On the Tucson City Court cases, ma'am, I am going to impose a bond on those because those are quite old. Looks like you failed to appear last for court in August of last year. The bond amount for the Tucson City Court, ma'am, will be $250, cash or secured. If you do post it or if you're released, no acts of domestic violence, no drugs or no alcohol, no contact with the alleged victims, don't try to go find them. I'm going to appoint you an attorney for your Tucson City Court cases because you're being held. I'm appointing the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court date for Tucson City will be next week, April 18th at 1:45 p.m. If you're released, ma'am, it's up to you to make sure you show up to court. If you don't show up, warrant can issue. You understand all that?
Yes.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You're excused for today.
Okay.
Eddie?
Morning, can I get your name, please, sir?
Sandy Morani?
Thank you, Mr. Morani. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on new charges from Marana City Court, 3 counts of disorderly conduct domestic violence and 1 count of assault domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I'm going to appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you. She's going to be your attorney. All right, sir. I have reviewed the pretrial services report in this case, as well as the citation. It looks like there was a Form 4 risk assessment as well. Based on all that, I do think a low bond of $100 cash is appropriate in this matter. So there's going to be a bond of $100 cash. Conditions include, if you do post that, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Melissa Murray or the minor children listed. Do not try to go find her or anything like that. If you are released, sir, if you post the bond, you must establish an alternate residence from her until further order of the court. Your next court date is actually tomorrow, April 9th, it's actually today at 12 p.m. So if you're still in custody, you haven't posted the bond, you'll be seen by video, and Ms. Alschuler will be there. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's this date, this afternoon, or later in the future, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You're excused for today.
Padres.
Morning, can I get your full name, please?
Cynthia Perez.
Thank you, Ms. Paredes. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on one charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct out of Pima County Justice Court. It is a misdemeanor. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. So Ms. Paredes, today I'm going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. So you'll be released this morning. Conditions include, do not commit any acts of domestic violence, no contact with Heriberto Sanchez, the listed victim. Don't try to go find him at his work or his residence. Your next court date, ma'am, is going to be April 21st at 10:30 a.m. at the Pima County Justice Court. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You're excused for today.
Here.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Alberto Pña Salasar.
Thank you, Mr. Pña Salasar. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new misdemeanor charges for domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct, 3 counts. These are out of Pima County Justice Court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. So, sir, today I'm going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date, which is going to be April 21st at 10:30 a.m. at the Pima County Justice Court. If you fail to appear for court, warrant can issue for your arrest. Conditions of your release, sir, include do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, and at this time, no contact with Miriam Moreno Miranda or the minor children. Do not go find her. Don't go to her home or her work or anything like that while the case is pending. You must establish an alternate address. Stay somewhere else, not with her, until further order of the court. You understand all that, sir?
So a quick question, Your Honor. So I own a logistic and transportation company. So I got a lot of stuff that I need for my company in the house. How would I go about getting that?
So you can go back one time with police escort to get your belongings and things.
Okay, perfect.
All right, the court order will have that language in there, so you can go back with police escort to get your belongings.
Awesome.
All right, any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then you said bond is 0, right?
Yeah, you're released today.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
James Allen Honeycutt.
Sorry, one more time?
James Allen Honeycutt.
Oh, Mr. Honeycutt. My apologies.
Yes, ma'am. No, you're fine.
All right, Mr. Honeycutt, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today, sir, on some new misdemeanor charges of domestic violence, failure to comply with the court order, which are from Tucson City Court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I believe Christina Honeycutt is on the phone. Ma'am, if you'd like to be heard, press *6 so I can hear what you have to say. I believe you're still on mute, ma'am. *6 to unmute yourself. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi. I just wanted to have an input. This isn't the first occasion that this has happened. I am hoping it's the last. However, it's been 4 days of utter hell, as I'd say, with stalking and harassing and dragging my children into the situation. I really, really, really worry about the release because I want it to stop. I can't keep living my life being harassed and contacted and followed and stalked, and my children worrying about getting text messages and calls, as well as my family. So I really hope that there's some type of consequence and outcome as far as the constant harassment.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Honeycutt. All right. Mr. Honeycutt, you heard what she had to say. All right. This is serious, sir. You have an active order of protection right now. All right. And while that order of protection is in place, you have to abide by all those conditions or this can happen. All right. I'm going to impose a bond of $200 cash. Okay. I'm going to appoint you an attorney, Tucson City Public Defender's Office. Your conditions of release include do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, no contact whatsoever, Ms. Honeycutt, or the minor children that are listed in that order of protection.
Okay.
Don't try to go find her. Don't go to her workplace or any other protected location that might be on that order of protection, sir, and abide by all conditions of that order of protection.
Okay.
All right. Your next court date will be April 16th. That's next week at 1:30 p.m. and your attorney will be there. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. You understand the consequences of failing to show to court, Mr. Honeycutt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And this is also the time set for your arraignment, so I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf.
Okay.
All right, you're excused for today, sir.
Marley.
And counsel at the jail, can I get your name, please, sir?
Yeah, it's Joseph James Eisenberg.
Thank you.
Oh,
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jonathan Fraley?
Middle name, Craig?
Yes.
Are you also a junior?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Farley. This is the time set for your initial appearance, sir. I'm seeing you today on a new misdemeanor charge for domestic violence and disorderly conduct, 2 counts, out of Pima County Justice Court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. Sir, today I am going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions do include do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, no contact with the alleged victims, Elisa Acedo, and the minor child that is listed. Don't try to go find her at her house or her work or anything like that. Your next court dates will be April 21st at 10:30 a.m. If you fail to show for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fraley. You're excused for today.
Please sit in front here. Listen.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Yes, Philip Christopher Castro.
Thank you, Mr. Castro. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new felony charges for possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia, burglary in the 3rd degree. Also seeing you on new misdemeanor charges for domestic violence, interference with judicial proceedings, and failure to comply with a court order out of Tucson City Court. We'll talk about the felonies first and then the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you.
It went mute.
All right, so you have Ms. Priestman, that's your attorney right now?
Yes.
I'm going to appoint Ms. Priestman on this case as well for your new felony case. All right.
Yeah, when they're speaking, it went mute for a little bit.
I was just saying that Ms. Priestman will be appointed for you on this new felony case as well, and you have counsel seated next to you for purposes of today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. It looks like the state is recommending or requesting a no bond hearing. Ms. Orozco, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. He was on release for another offense. I've listed it in my recommendation.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Castro, what that means is the Arizona Constitution allows for the state to request this. When someone is pending a felony matter and they get arrested in a new felony matter, they can request a no bond hearing. So it's an evidentiary hearing done at Superior Court where an officer has to come and testify and provide evidence about the new offense. All right, so I'm going to hold you without bond at this point. You're going to have a hearing on April 14th at 2:30 p.m. at the Superior Court on the 3rd floor. That will be regarding the no bond hearing. And then after that, the preliminary hearing date will be April 21st at 1:30 p.m. All right.
Your Honor?
Hold on, let me finish all my things. All right, and then on your Tucson City Court matter, sir. All right, so looks like you have some post-adjudication, some misdemeanor probation cases as well, and then you have these new charges. It's ordered vacating the hearing scheduled on April 15th at 10 a.m. I'm going to consolidate CM 25008663, CM 25005506, CM 25005505, CM 24035880, CM 24035879. On the new charge for City Court, sir, I'm going to impose a bond of $100 cash. I'm going to appoint you the Tucson City Public Defender's Office, so you'll have an attorney on that one as well. No contact with the alleged victim of the active order protection, Mary Ann Rallos Abel. There's an active order protection, sir. That's very serious. You have to abide by all those conditions. Next court date will be April 17th at 1:45 for all your Tucson City Court cases. If you post the bonds, it's up to you to make sure you show up to court. A warrant can issue for your arrest if you don't show. Trial can go in your absence. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence, not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. You understand the consequences of failing to show to court, Mr. Castro?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And I'll enter not guilty pleas on your behalf as well. All right, you're excused for today.
Good question. Yeah, didn't make me aware of the victim and tell me what I did. And doing anything. That's all stuff that was the general attorney don't go over of the criminals. And how it has to do this job in Rio Flores. Sorry to give that. It's one of this time about that. The attorney filed one of remind you that we lay up what's with this information. It's pretty it's actually what it's exploited. It was hearing that. Sorry. All the way around, what's the shot stop center? Mr. Savage, do this.
Your Honor, before we get going on Mr. Savage here, can I have a moment to speak with him?
Sure, of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. We're ready.
No problem. Thank you. All right, sir, can I get your full name, please?
Savage.
Middle name, James?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Savage. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on new charges of possession of narcotic drugs, aggravated assault on a police officer, 2 counts, possession of drug paraphernalia, those are felonies. And you also have a failure to appear from Tucson City Court regarding a domestic violence, assault, and disorderly conduct. We'll talk about the felonies first and then the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. For the felony case, sir, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. On your misdemeanor case, I'll appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. For your felony case, I have reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial service report. The state's written recommendation is $25,000. Ms. Orozco, did you want to be heard further?
The bond amount is based on the nature of the offense at hand, as well as his history of prior violent or assaultive behavior and his prior felony conviction.
All right, thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask for a less onerous bond amount if you'd be willing to consider it or release pretrial services. Mr. Savage has been a resident here in Tucson for over a year now. He does have family support, and it sounds like he does have some housing that he may be able to return to. And we would also point to the likelihood that these charges stem from underlying mental health conditions. So with all that in mind, we would ask for a less onerous bond amount that he may be able to afford, somewhere in the realm of low forces.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to impose a bond of $2,500, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted on the felony matter. If you do post it, sir, for your release, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial, no contact with the alleged officer victims, do not go to the incident location. Your next court date, sir, will be April 21st at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with the attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir? Do you understand all that, Mr. Savage?
You have to say yes, Mayor. Do you have any questions for me?
So you understand if you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest?
Sir, speak to me. An honest and fair trial
Okay. Your Honor, give us because 1 moment, Your Honor, please.
Oh, sorry. It should be legal.
I'm sorry.
It should be legal. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Did you say that it was supposed to be legal defenders on this case?
Sorry, I was talking about a different case with the clerk here. My apologies.
Okay, understood. There.
All right. Mr. Savage, you understand the consequences of failing to show to court is that you could get a warrant?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Mr. Eisenberg, were you done speaking with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I also have to talk to you, Mr. Savage, about your Tucson City Court matter. So it looks like you failed to appear for court last June in 2024 in front of Judge Millian in Tucson City Court. So she ordered a bond, sir, of $2,500 cash. I'm just going to honor her request. So on the Tucson City Court, the bond amount is $2,500 cash. If you do post it, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. You have the Tucson City Public Defender for that case. Your next court date is next week, April 16th at 1:30 p.m. All right. Your excuse for today, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so this is for you. This is your permissions number that you're going to call. Do you have
So what month is it?
Right now, we're in
Okay, so why did she say June?
these charges names from the past. I'm not sure. I don't know the facts of your case. So stuff you'll be guilty with the lawyer and I'll be able to explain it in detail.
But that still doesn't mean that warrant is even active. Technically, that's all wrong. Something from last year? I didn't do anything last year.
Right now, you're being fucked up. That's obvious. Nobody knows. Sorry. Don't know any of my address number. Nobody knows I'm here. There's nobody. Sorry, that was not his next. I understand the situation. It's next.
Do you understand that? Does she understand that?
That's all. It was good.
I'm already feeling uneasy being here. Especially with the fact that how things are.
The public office is great. I won't sit here and say we have a begin to support you. You have to clarify everything. It's like if you're taller, you got to picture that. So you got a number of taller than that. Have you heard that? Give us some time so that you can sign you up. Let's go, sir. Pass by. Wow. No, sir, I want to sign up. Let's go.
Okay, dang, relax. Why do you guys gotta dang, those two actually bet me in public. Come on. In front of other people to do that crap. I don't know why.
But you never know what you're doing. I think fucking no. I forgot you going to know it's cities sites. Alex, I know. A few first. That's the way it's better about it. Well, we're not going to sleep for that out there. You can hear? Or if it's not there, all we're not going to
Morning, sir. Can I get your name, please?
Leonardo Chavez.
Middle name Montaño?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chavez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new charges. Felonies for possession of narcotic drugs for sale, possession of dangerous drugs for sale, possession of a weapon by a prohibited possessor. Also seeing you today on a misdemeanor failure to appear from Tucson City Court for a failure to remain at the scene of an accident. We'll talk about the felonies first and then the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. For your felony case, sir, I'll be appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office. For your misdemeanor case, I'll appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Chavez. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation for the felony case appears to be $10,000. Ms. Orozco, did you want to be heard further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask that you consider release pretrial services from the alternative, a less onerous bond that may be posted. Mr. Chavez has been a lifelong resident of Tucson. He does have steady self-employment, as well as steady housing here in the community. He also has extensive family support. He was not flagged for having any new violent criminal activity. And I would point out that he does have a historical felony prior. It is excessively old. It's from the early 90s. So for all those reasons, we would ask that you consider release pretrial services or a less onerous bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Impose a bond of $5,000, cash or secured, release to pretrial if posted. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms whatsoever, monitoring and treatment as direct web pretrial. Your next court date, Mr. Chavez, for the felony case will be April 21st at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. On your misdemeanor case, sir, I'm going to release you on that one on your own promise to appear, so no bond on that one. Our conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license. The next court date for the city court will be June 6th at 9 a.m. All right. You understand the consequences of failing to appear for court, sir?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chavez. Your excuse for today.
This has been very near call to the have your attorney assigned, likely within the suit. So, oh my God. So it's like, I just want to
Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Mark Howard Clellan.
Thank you, Mr. Clellan. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new felony charges for aggravated assault on a corrections employee, 2 counts. You also have 2 misdemeanors for driving under the influence out of Pima County Justice Court. I'll be talking about the felonies first and the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. And my apologies, the DUI is not from Justice Court, it's from Ajo Justice Court. All right. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I'll be appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on the felony matter. And on your Ajo Justice Court, I'm appointing Stephen McClure to represent you. All right, I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint, the state's written recommendation is pretrial services. Ms. Orozco, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg?
We would just concur with the state's recommendation for pretrial services, Your Honor.
Thank you. So on the felony case, sir, I am going to release you to pretrial services. So that means you have to check in with them. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as pretrial directs you to. No contact with the alleged officer victims. Your next court date for the felony case will be April 29th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
I'm a little confused on the charges on felony charges. I thought I was getting pulled over for speeding ticket.
Okay, well, the charges are for aggravated assault on a corrections employee. You'll have an attorney assigned, so they'll let you know about the police reports and what they say.
That's the misdemeanors I could spend. But it's very good.
Okay. All right. So we also have the Ajo Justice Court cases for the DUIs. That one I'm going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol. Do not drive without a valid driver's license. Your attorney is going to be Stephen McClure. And next court date for Ajo Justice Court is April 29th at 9 a.m. Again, if you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
You're excused for today. Thank you.
All right, ready to go?
Yeah, you're okay to go. Here's what's coming. So you're going to get this call, this phone number to call is pre-trial services. In a couple days, day or two, you're going to get this number to call. It's public defender's office. They'll be able to do more on that. You're
Okay, how do I get to my phone? I thought it was awful. How did I get here?
Sure.
I don't either. Somebody said I got out of the car and some officer accused me of speeding, which they then said I resisted arrest, which I never did.
Okay.
And then,
counsel, you may want to mute.
but thank you. I don't even know. Why am I?
Because we got to go, because we have other court.
I know. Can I call my brother and tell him I'm here?
I'm going to walk through the door over there. I'll make it worse for you. Take your time. Thank you.
A second.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Spring Ann Dagenhart.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Dagenhart. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new felony charges of possession of a narcotic drugs for sale, possession of narcotic drugs, and possession of drug paraphernalia, which are all felonies. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'll be appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. And you have counsel seated next to you for purposes of today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, ma'am. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the state's written recommendation appears to be $3,500. Ms. Orozco, did you want to be heard further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask that you consider release of pretrial services in this case. Ms. Dagenhart has been a long-term resident here in Tucson for 24 years. She is self-employed. She has stable housing. I'd also like to bring you to the court's attention that she scored a 1 on the NCA and a 2 on the FDA. She's a level 1 offender. There was no new criminal activity. For all those reasons, we would ask that she be given a chance to pretrial release. Thank you.
Thank you. I do think a low bond is appropriate given the allegations in the case. And impose a bond of $2,500, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. Conditions include, ma'am, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed, do not go to the incident location, no unsupervised contact with any minors. That's given your occupation. I think that is appropriate. And the alleged charges here. All right, your next court date, ma'am, will be April 21st at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Ms. Dagenhart?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Your excuse for today.
So I'm not being released today.
So give that number a little bit. Mr. De La Cruz.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Yes, Alberto de la Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a post-indictment charge in CR 2025-0932. That's a possession of a weapon by prohibited possessor, and also new charges for possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, the state's written recommendation for the, I can't tell which one is for the post-indictment, one's for the pre-indictment, but there's $1,000 bond recommendation. Oh, there it is. $5,000 for the post-indictment and $1,000 for the pre-indictment new charges. Ms. Orozco, did you want to be heard further?
Nothing aside from the written recommendation.
Great, thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg, and if you could please comment on housing and the address, as well as employment status.
Yes, Your Honor. I may have one with Mr. Villagers.
And Ms. Orozco, if you can confirm the steps eligibility for the new charges.
That is correct, Your Honor. I have 3.2 grams of methamphetamine with packaging.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm ready to proceed.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, we'd ask for the court to consider a lower bond amount and a concurrent amount on the two cases. Mr. Taylor Cruz has been a resident of Pima County for 35 years. He does have family and partner support. He is employed by the city working transportation, and he has confirmed to me that he has stable housing. It is at the East 29th address. I would add that he scored a 3 on the FTA and there was no new criminal violent activity flag. And for those reasons, we would ask for a lower bond amount. He has also expressed that he was not he was not aware of the prior case. He was under the belief that it had been dismissed. This is all new information to him. So for those reasons, we would ask for a lower bond amount.
All right, thank you. All right, for your new charges, sir, Mr. De La Cruz, there is a pre-indictment drug substance abuse treatment program, counseling and treatment program that's available. It's called STEPS. Would you be interested in participating in that?
Yes.
So there's a screening that the state does. And so you'll find out next week. I'm going to set a STEPS hearing for you on your new charges, April 16th. That's next Wednesday at 9 a.m. at the Superior Court at the 3rd floor. And you'll find out if you qualify for it. If you don't show up, they're just not going to consider you. So make sure you show up for that. I am going to release you to pretrial services, sir. I'm going to take a chance on you. I know you had a warrant on the other case, but you claimed that you did not know about it and it was refiled. So releasing you to pretrial services on both cases. Make sure you show up to the STEPS hearing next Wednesday, because if you don't, then they're not going to consider you for that. No drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial. Counsel waive time for the preliminary hearing on the new charges.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So the preliminary hearing on the new charges will be May 27th at 1:30 p.m. All right, sir. On your post-indictment, that's the misconduct involving weapons. That one, you're also released to pretrial. Same conditions, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment. That one is also April 16th. So it's the same day, sir. Next Wednesday, you have two, one's in the morning, one's in the afternoon. Okay, April 16th at 1:30 p.m. That's the arraignment. That's also going to be on the 3rd floor. It's a different judge, but also on the 3rd floor. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
Yep, you're welcome, sir. So if you don't show up, though, another warrant's going to issue. So make sure you show up.
No, I'll show up. I know about this one. I'll show up.
Okay. That's it. Then you're excused. All right.
Your Honor, I didn't catch what entity he was getting assigned to for the representation.
Public Defender's Office.
Thank you. Okay. Of course. So take this down and follow a couple days. We're asking you to be keep all the offers. Kind of Wednesday and those are dates. Wednesday morning, everything. So make sure that you don't show up for that waiting. If you don't show up for that step hearing, you may not be able to know that because you have to report that. You know the hearings. I have to call them. You'll be getting released after your registration. There's nothing for you to do. Just be waiting. So you're going to release your So when you release the copy, yes, focus. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Ms. Felix? First, what can say? First,
Morning, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Ravi Felix.
Thank you, Ms. Felix. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on new charges of transportation or sale of a narcotic drug and conspiracy, conducting a illegal criminal enterprise, which are felonies. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm appointing the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, ma'am. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report. The Attorney General's recommendation is $30,000 in bond. Ms. Lochner, I think you're on the line. Yes, there you are.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, we would just submit on our written recommendation.
All right, thank you, Ms. Lochner. Mr. James Eisenberg?
Yes, Your Honor. We ask that you consider release pretrial services or in the alternative lower bond amount that can be listed. Ms. Felix is a lifelong resident of Tucson. She does have stable housing here in the community. She's lived at the same residence for 25 years. I would also add that this is her first felony and that she scored low as a 2 on the NCA, a 3 on the FTA. For those reasons, you would ask that you consider release pretrial services or a less onerous bond amount that she may be able to post.
All right, thank you. I know there's that other case pending, but it's not on release situation because her initial appearance was post-dating this new offense. So I do think a bond is appropriate. Order a bond of $30,000, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. Absolutely no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed, no contact with your co-defendant in the other matter. Well, I guess that's the other matter, so I'm not going to order that in this case, but that should be on your other case. All right, your next court date, ma'am, will be April 21st at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant may issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Ms. Felix?
No, I don't actually. What? I don't understand the bond at all.
Bond amount. 1 moment, man.
Okay.
All right, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
All right. Do you understand the consequences of failing to show to court, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Your excuse for today.
What was this, sir? What was this?
All right, good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jimmy Eric Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on New felony charges of possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I'll be appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you in this case, and counsel seated next to you for purposes of today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, ma'am. It looks like you're currently released to pretrial services in the STEPS program. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report. The state's written recommendation is released to pretrial and STEPS eligible. Ms. Orozco, is that still correct?
Yeah.
Is that typical if someone is participating in STEPS and they get arrested on new similar charges that they're still being rescreened for STEPS?
That was the indication. This was my first solo recommendations. And so there was only 1.066 grams of methamphetamine.
Okay. Anything else to add, Ms. Orozco?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg?
Yes, Your Honor, we just concur with the state's recommendation for trial release.
Okay, and waive time for the PH date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Gonzalez, I know you're already participating in that STEPS program for substance abuse counseling and treatment. So this is another case, but the state will screen you again for if you're eligible for this case as well to participate in that same program, okay? So I'll be releasing you to pretrial services today. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial. Next Wednesday, April 16th will be your STEPS hearing. I think you already have a STEPS hearing next Tuesday, April 15th. So make sure you show up to that one as well. And they might tell you, oh, we'll just consider this one, but they'll let you know next Tuesday if this case is going to go on Wednesday or not. But this one has a hearing next Wednesday at 9 a.m. And the preliminary hearing date will be pushed back to May 27th at 1:30. All right, make sure you show up to court next week, sir. All right?
All
right, thank you. Your excuse for today.
So I guess this is pretty good. Release? Yeah, so you're meeting the pretrial services later this afternoon. This is your attorney, the public defender's office. Give them a call. Do what they'll be able to give you a specific attorney. It's very important you show up at these steps here next week. Next week, the 15th, it's your first one, 9 a.m. You might not be on this one, depending on what they say. Show up. Thank you. Mr. Michael?
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Danny Michael Jr.
All right, thank you, Mr. Michael. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on new felony charges for aggravated assault, serious physical injury, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument, which are felonies. Also seeing you today on some Tucson City Court matters, sir, failures to appear for criminal damage and disorderly conduct. We'll talk about the felonies first and then the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. For your felony case, sir, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you. On the city court case, sir, I'll appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the interim complaint as well as the officer's justification for bond recommendation, the pretrial services report, and the state's written recommendation. Appears to be $500,000. Ms. Orozco, did you want to be heard further?
Just that this is a particularly heinous attack on the victim. The victim is not expected to survive the injuries. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. James Eisenberg?
Yes, Your Honor. We concur with the dangerousness of this charge, the offense. We would ask for a lower bond amount that may be more realistic for Mr. Michael to present to the court at later down the line. Sorry, Your Honor. We would stress that Mr. Michael has been a resident in the community for 18 years. He does have stable housing here, and we would also stress that it is very likely this case has some underlying health conditions. Mr. Michael does not have any prior felony history, and there is, based on the injury complaint, the possibility that this was done in self-defense. For those reasons, we would just ask for a less onerous bond amount. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I'm concerned about the allegations in the interim. I'm going to postpone $1 million cash Released to pretrial if it is posted. No drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring and treatment as directed. No contact whatsoever with the alleged victim or any next of kin. Do not go to any victims or next of kin residences or work. Next court date for the felony case, Mr. Michael, will be April 21st at 1:30 p.m. That hearing date may or may not go, so please make sure you keep in contact with your attorney. If they fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Understand all that, sir?
Sure.
All right. And then for your Tucson City Court matter, sir, I'm going to pose a bond of $250, cash or secured. Again, no contact with any alleged victims. I believe their businesses, not go to the incident locations. Next court date for Tucson City will be April 18th. That's next week at 1:45 p.m. If you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video. Tucson City Public Defender, your attorney will be there. All right. Thank you, sir. Your excuse for today.
This number is moving it all the time. We're checking it out. I'm doing
At the jail, do we have Mr. Abbott? Or is it Ms. Abbott, Adeline Abbott?
post-released. She was post-released, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think that was all for today. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
You have to sign.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Sergeant, first time says no. We don't put people at risk. The people have very bad. So, she'll go up in there. That's the fire with the Huh? Were you the one who has the broken hand? No, right? Were you the one who has the broken hand? Oh, no, that's Melinda. Oh, okay. Hi, Felix. just told you that. All right.
All right, thank you. Please be seated. Okay, looks like it's going to be a second. Got logged out for the night, apparently. All right, this is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for April 9th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the 1st of the month will also apply to these hearings. All right, we're going to start with Mr. Thomas. Kenneth Thomas, if you'll please come all the way to the podium. After that, Travis Winbush, will you go to the chair? Mr. Winbush, there's a chair just inside the door. If you'll wait there. Mr. Thomas, all the way in, please. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Kenneth Wade Thomas, October 18, 1974.
All right, thank you. You are here on...
Your microphone.
You're here on 3 matters, a new case and 2 warrants. In the new case, you were arrested on allegations of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. For purposes of this hearing only, the court finds probable cause for the dangerous drugs alleged, but they don't actually allege any items of drug paraphernalia. They just failed to do that. So for purposes of this hearing only, I'm not finding probable cause on the drug paraphernalia allegation. That does not mean it's dismissed. It just means I'm not setting release conditions for it. You should speak to your lawyer more about how that works. I'm appointing a lawyer for you in this case. You'll end up with the same person in this case that you have for your 2 other open cases. And that is numbers 18 and 19 on the calendar. And each of these warrants were issued for your arrest on December 5th of 2024. If you failed to appear at your sentencing hearing, failed to appear at your sentencing hearing, warrants went out for your arrest. So your cases are at 2 different stages, so I have to give you different court dates right now. Eventually, they should all come together in the system. In the brand new case from yesterday, the drug case, you're going to have a status conference on the 15th of April, which is 6 days from now. This is Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing April 17th at 8:30. In each of the 2 sentencing cases, you're going to have a status conference in front of the sentencing judge. That's also going to be April 17th at 8:30 in the morning. That'll be in the downtown Superior Court. All right, in the 2 sentencing cases, the sentencing judge has already ordered that you are to be held without bond, which means the judge made a finding that there is a substantial likelihood that you will be imprisoned in those cases. So that's a no bond warrant and a no bond order in the 2 sentencing cases. In the brand new case, you are also held without bond today because there is probable cause for a new felony while you have any open and pending felony case. So in that new case, you're not eligible for bail today, but you are entitled to a bail hearing in the new case only. We're going to schedule that for 1 week from today, which is April 16th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Again, that is the new case only. It is an evidentiary hearing on the subject of bail. So you can talk to your lawyer more on the 15th about what's going to happen at the bail hearing the next day. That does not affect the no bond hold in these sentencing cases. So everything I just told you is on your paperwork, but you don't have bail in any of these 3 cases today. You are going to be held, but all of your court cases are next week. So let's go ahead and give him a copy of his paperwork. I'll have you sit down. I think she's still working on the paperwork. If you have a seat, we're going to send it out.
Can you just waive that bail hearing?
You can, yeah. Talk to your lawyer on the 15th. If you want to, they can definitely do that. Yeah. All right, Mr. Winbush. And then Keith Olson, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yeah, Your Honor. My name is Travis Winbush, 31387.
All right, thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested on the following allegations. 10 counts of organized retail theft of merchandise. Those are class 4 felonies. And it looks like they were all on there's several dates. March 24th, March 25th, March 26th, March 31st. So it is multiple offense dates. But there is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. You should end up with the same lawyer in this case that you have for your other open case. You are in a diversion program in CR 2025-101149. It looks like your initial appearance in that case was January 8th of this year, and the law says that does count as an open and pending case. So you can talk to your lawyer more about this, but it means that I'm giving you 3 hearings today. The first is a status conference on April 15th at 8:30. Your preliminary hearing will be 2 days later, April 17th at 8:30. In between those, you're going to have a bail eligibility hearing because, like the last defendant, you have come in with probable cause for new felonies while you have an open and pending felony case. It means that you're not eligible for bail today, but you are entitled to a bail hearing, and we're giving you that in 7 days, which is April 16th at 1:30 p.m. On your paperwork, it will say evidentiary hearing because it is an evidentiary hearing, but the purpose of it is to see whether there's enough evidence against you that you will stay no bond or whether you might be found eligible. So talk to your lawyer about that. You'll see your lawyer the day before, then you go to the bail hearing on the 16th. Everything will be on your paperwork, and if you give us a second, go have a seat, we'll send it out.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh, there you go. Thank you, officer. Then Mr. Olson. After that, Leonard Darcel, will you please go to the chair?
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. It's Keith Olson, August 23rd, 1998.
All right, thank you. You're here on 3 things. One is a warrant from Gila County, one is a probation warrant from this county, and one is a warrant from the Eager Municipal Court. I don't know if that's Gila County or not, but likely the way these things go. So I'm going to start with your Maricopa County case. That's number 28 on the calendar. The petition to revoke that was filed against you was back on September 30th of last year. The petition alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your felony probation. You'll get a copy of that from your lawyer, and I am appointing a Maricopa County public defender for you in this Maricopa case. Your court date here will be April 16th at 8:30 in the morning. That's a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing 1 week from today. Then in Gila County, they issued a probation violation warrant for you on October 4th.
See, that I'm confused about.
Sir, I got to tell you what you're here for, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
October 4th of 2024, they issued a probation violation warrant for you out of Gila County. And so, oh gosh, I got to reprint this one. I'm sorry. I always do this. I can't give you a Maricopa County public defender. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to notify Gila County to give you a public defender. When you get there, Maricopa County lawyers can't go to Gila County. So, that you
I'm going to be transported to Gila County, is what you're saying? Today?
No.
Okay.
So your arraignment hearing in Gila is currently set, and I'll explain that in a minute. It's currently set for April 14th at 8:30, which is actually before the hearing I just gave you in Maricopa County.
Okay. And so I'll go to there first before
you will not. You got to be patient, okay? And I'll try to explain.
I'm sorry.
I need to get through your third thing. Your third thing is Eager Municipal Court, Eager City Court, issued a warrant for you in an assault case. It's a misdemeanor, and this warrant issued November 28th of 2023. It's a failure to appear warrant. Looks like it's misdemeanor assault. So you have to go to that court as well, and I will let them know they should give you a lawyer at least to help you with the bond when you get there. That's same court date in the Eager City Court. It's April 14th at 8:30, and that's because they're in the same county. Here's what happens. Now, let me tell you. In the Gila County probation case, they have already ordered that you are to be held without bond. So this court is affirming their order. You do not have bond in the Gila case. You're stuck in custody. In the Maricopa case, though, I'm going to affirm the bond that was set for you, which is $5,000 secured. In the Eager case, I'm going to affirm their bond, which was $1,500 secured. So
does that mean that it's
if you have 6,500,
okay,
you could theoretically post that, and then Gila would be told they can come and get you. But if you don't post the local bond, it's apologies, it's 5,000. That's what you'd have to post. You'd have to post Maricopa's bond before you would be released to Gila. Otherwise, what happens practically is this. Gila will be told, we're not done with him. They have to get in line. So I'm stuck giving you the court date that the system makes me give you, which is the 14th. There is no reason to think they will take you on the 14th if you have any pending Maricopa case. Maricopa County Sheriffs will say, not yet. And then when you're done in Maricopa, which could be it's dismissed, you got revoked, whatever happens in your case, once they're done, then Gila gets a call and told to come and get you.
Okay.
So inter-county transfer can be very slow. Talk to your Maricopa lawyer about that. They probably know way more about it specifically than I do. But if you don't post the 5,000 in Maricopa, which there's not much point in doing it because all they're going to do is release you to Gila. You're not going to hit the street.
Yeah, I'm just going to get...
You're just going to get handed over to Gila if you are released in our case. So best plan is probably, you do what you want, but the best plan is probably to wait a week, go on the 16th to probation court, talk to your Maricopa public defender about everything together, and take it from there.
Excuse me, Your Honor, can I say just one thing?
Yeah.
So I was told that I got released, I was under the impression that I got off of probation in Globe. Like, they literally, I did my discharge paperwork and everything. I was under the impression that I got discharged. You need to talk to them because they have to prove that you were still on probation. That's literally what they have to prove. And so you'll get a bench trial in their court. That means to a judge. You'll get a little trial. They'll have to present witnesses. They'll have to prove you were still on probation. So right now, that's an allegation. You'll have to prove that in Gila County. That's insane because I did my whole discharge paperwork and everything for that.
I don't know what to tell you. I have no access to their docket other than their warrant was confirmed today. So if you go ahead and have a seat, we're going to get you your paperwork in just 1 second.
Okay, should I just go have a seat first?
Yeah, I think she might have it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Darcel and Natalie Pouch, will you go to the chair?
Right.
Hello, sir. Yep. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Leonard Benjamin Darcel, May 30th, 1968.
All right, thank you. You're here on a new case. It is alleged that you committed aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. That is a Class 3 felony. The alleged offense date is January 30th of 2025. I am appointing a lawyer for you. There is probable cause for that offense. We have 2 upcoming court dates that I'm setting. The first one is a status conference, April 15th, this Tuesday the 15th, 8:30 in the morning. Your preliminary hearing will be Thursday, April 17th at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. Based on what's been alleged against you and your criminal history, bond is set in your case at $100,000. It is secured if you post it. In order to comply with all of your conditions, don't go back to the scene of the alleged crime. You can't go to any part of that Circle K store. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Obviously, no contact with the alleged victim, whether you are in or out of jail. Everything's on your paperwork. If you give her a second, she's going to hand you that right now. Thank you very much. And Ms. Pouch, to the chair. I'm sorry, to the podium. My apologies then. Stacy Martin, will you go to the chair? All right, ma'am, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Natalie Pouch, 1/22/96.
All right, thanks. You're hearing a warrant from the Yavapai County Superior Court. You are on probation out of that court. They issued a warrant for your arrest on April 26th of 2021 because there's been a petition to revoke your probation filed in that county. I'm going to let them know. Oh, I did it again. I'm so sorry. I got to be more careful. I think the system defaults to public defender. I don't know. That's my excuse. I got to reprint hers because I can't give you a Maricopa public defender in Gila County. Sorry, Yavapai. You're Yavapai. All right. So your arraignment hearing in Yavapai will be April the 14th, which is this Monday at 8:30 in the morning. I'm affirming their bond. It is $25,000 and it is secured. If you post it, you have to be in that court on Monday or you will lose your bond money. If you don't post it, it is up to the Yavapai County Sheriffs to come and get you from Maricopa. Everything's going to be on your paperwork. We just need to reprint it because I have the wrong
All right, I have a question. I'm currently on parole.
Okay.
Too. I just did eight months in Las Vegas in Florence McClure. So I don't know what to do about this.
You have to post your bond or not post your bond. That's all you can do at this point.
How do I do that?
If you don't post it, then Yavapai County is going to give you a free ride up there. If you do post it, you have to be in Yavapai County Monday morning or you will lose your bond money and there'll be another warrant issued for your arrest.
Okay.
So everything's on your paperwork. You just take that with you and step out to your left.
All right.
Thanks. And Ms. Martin, Stacy Martin. And then Travis Helm, will you go to the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Stacy Martin, 11/30/93.
All right, thanks. You're hearing a grand jury warrant. You've been indicted in a new case. The charges are aggravated identity theft, alleged 2 different ways, each of which is a Class 3 felony, unlawful possession of a scanning device, and third-degree burglary. Those are Class 4 felonies. 34 counts of identity theft. Those are Class 4 felonies. 19 counts of forgery. Those are Class 4 felonies. 1 count of possession of a device adapted for a purpose of forgery. That's a Class 5 felony. 1 count of burglary possession, which, hang on, let me check the warrant itself. Our system is listing as a Class 5, but I believe that's always a Class 6. Possession of burglary tools, always a Class 6 felony. Yeah, we just entered it wrong. So, alrighty, the alleged offense dates, looks like it's a range of dates on the aggravated identity theft is October 27th of last year to November 19th of last year. Then they have a bunch of individual counts on October 27th, 28th, and November 19th. So you'll get a copy of the indictment and the police reports from your lawyer. If you have other open felonies, I don't know if you do, you should have the same lawyer. Yeah, you've got an open case. Your IA was November 20th. Okay. All right. So, yeah, these charges all predate when your other case started, so that's why you do get bail. I'm just affirming the grand jury bond. It's $35,000 secured. It's on top of whatever other bonds or holds that you have. In this case, no contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or co-defendants. No weapons, no drugs is on a valid prescription. All right, everything's going to be on your paperwork, and she'll hand that to you. Just take that, step out to your left. Thank you. Mr. Helm?
No, Martin.
Where's Travis? Okay, there we go. And Rebecca DeLeese, we go to the chair, please. Hello, sir. May I have your full name and date of birth?
Travis Christopher Helm, 7/21/90.
All right, thanks. You're hearing a new case. You were arrested for 2 allegations of theft by control of a stolen credit card. Those are Class 5 felonies. Here's a page 2. Okay, the police came and added charges. I know you've been in custody, but when they're arresting you in custody by filing a new document that alleges charges, it's an in-custody arrest. So, in any event, the allegations are 2 counts of theft by control of a stolen credit card, Class 5 felonies, 7 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card. Those are all Class 1 misdemeanors. The alleged offense dates in your case appear to be February 14th and February 22nd of this year. All right, you'll get police reports from your lawyer. I'm appointing a lawyer for you. There is probable cause for these offenses. You should end up with the same lawyer in this case that you have for any other open felony cases. And it looks like in yours, yeah, you're in the same situation as the other defendant. You came into custody on an open case March 25th, but all of these occurred before March 25th, which is why you are eligible for bail in this case. And your bond is $2,500 secured with written release conditions, no victim contact, don't go to the scene of the alleged crime. But this is on top of anything else that's holding you. Okay. So we have your paperwork ready, I think. If you want to grab that from the officer, you'll be all done. Thank you. All right, Ms. DeLeese, and then Sean Mencken, so please go to the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Rebecca DeLeese, 6788.
All right, thank you. You're hearing a new case. You were arrested for 5 allegations. No, 5 and 3. It said, I think they were just being sloppy. Okay, it's 8 allegations of organized retail theft of merchandise. There's a data entry thing. They listed, it's always a Class 4 felony. They also listed 3 of them as a Class 5. They're always Class 4. And there is probable cause for those, as well as for the dangerous drug possession they allege, which is Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. So there's probable cause for all of that. And as I told your co-defendant, the dates of offense in your case range from at least March 24th to April 8th. Yeah. All right. And there is probable cause for those. You'll get police reports from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is a status conference, April 15th, which is this Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. Preliminary hearing, April 17th at 8:30 in the same court. You're also on probation for 2 Class 6 felonies. and the probation department will be filing a petition to revoke your probation based on this allegation of new crimes. So I'm appointing a lawyer for you in both of these cases, and you'll get a petition through your lawyer at your next court date, which is going to be April 16th, 1 week from today, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. In each of these three cases, your bond is $2,500 secured for $7,500 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions. Do not go to the scenes of any of those alleged crimes. No contact with any of the witnesses. No contact with your co-defendant. He just got held no bond, but that means you can't send him letters in jail. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. And if you are out of custody, call your PO within 72 hours of any release. All right, we're going to get you that paperwork, and if you step to your left, you'll be all done. Mr. Mankins? And then Enrique Lopez, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
82705.
What's your name?
Sean Mankins.
Thank you. You're here on a probation warrant, 2 probation warrants, and a new case. In the new case, you were arrested for theft of a means of transportation. It's a Class 3 felony, 3 allegations of criminal trespassing as Class 1 misdemeanors. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. You were already in warrant status in both of your felony probation cases. On April 3rd of this year, petitions to revoke your probation were filed, alleging that you violated Term 5. You'll get a copy of those petitions from your lawyer. You should have the same lawyer for all 3 cases. Your next court date in the new case is going to be April 15th, which is Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. That's a status conference. Your preliminary hearing will be April 17th at 8:30. The court address in downtown Phoenix is on your paperwork. In between those, on April 16th at 8:30 in the morning, you'll go to probation court for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. Your bond in each of these 3 cases is $2,500 secured for $7,500 total. If you post it, comply with all of your written conditions, particularly in the auto theft case, no contact with the alleged victim, no going to the scene of the alleged crime, which would be wherever that car was allegedly stolen from, and wherever you allegedly trespassed. So we're going to get you a copy of your paperwork. You can just grab that and step out to your left.
So am I being held?
Unless you post $7,500, you do stay in custody. Mr. Lopez? And then Michael O'Bannon, will you go to the chair? Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Enrique Lopez, 9/22/76.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a bench warrant. In a case in which you failed to appear at a comprehensive pretrial conference on April 3rd of this year. You've been charged in this case with 2 counts of aggravated DUI as Class 4 felonies and 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. You have already had a lawyer appointed. You're going to have a status conference in front of the trial court April 16th, which is 1 week from today, at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the trial judge's bond, which is $2,500 secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions, go to your court date. If you miss that court date, you will lose your bond money, and there will be another warrant issued for your arrest. We're going to go ahead and get you your paperwork. You can take that and step out to your left. Thank you. Mr. O'Bannon? And then Paige Smith, we go to the chair, please. Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Michael Lee O'Bannon, January 26, 1978.
Okay, so you're here on 2 probation warrants. You're on probation. Whoops. Click. Okay. You're on probation in 2 separate felony cases. On November 26th of last year, there were petitions to revoke your probation filed in both cases. They allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get copies of those petitions from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you in both cases. You have the same next court date for both cases. It is 1 week from today, which is Wednesday, April 16th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. That will be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. I'm affirming the bond set in your case, and that is $750 secured per case for $1,500 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions and call your PO within 72 hours. We're going to get you your paperwork, and you'll be all done for today. Thank you. Ms. Smith, Paige Smith. And then Carlos Duran, will you please go to the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Morgan Smith, 1593.
All right, thank you. You are here on a new case and 2 probation warrants. In the new case, you were arrested for narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Okay, sorry. I want to regenerate this. I'm sorry. I did not find probable cause for these. I just forgot to check the boxes. That's just the new charge. You're still here on warrant. So in the new case, what you get is a lawyer and a court date. I do not dismiss charges. These drug charges are still pending against you, but you are entitled to be released in that case only. Talk to your lawyer about how it works. I'm giving you a lawyer and a court date, but you don't have any additional bond in the drug case because the police did not do a very good job of identifying what they allege you had. So thank you. Your status conference is April 24th at 8:30, preliminary hearing April 28th at 8:30. The address is on your paperwork. The reason it's so far out is that you don't have any bond or anything. So you are released in the new case only. You still have your probation warrants. So let me turn to those. You were already in warrant status in 2 probation cases. The petitions to revoke were filed April 1st. You allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get copies of those petitions from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be next week, 7 days from now, April 16th, 8:30 in the morning. That's a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing in the downtown probation court. Your bond in each of those 2 cases is $250 secured for $500 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions. Do not miss that court date. We're going to get you your paperwork. We just needed to reprint the one that I made a mistake on. Okay. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. And Mr. Duran? And then Jose Del Rio Flores, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Carlos Duran, July 27, 1993.
All right, thanks. You're hearing a warrant from the Town of Paradise Valley City Court. It is for failing to appear in a criminal trespassing case. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor. This warrant issued December 9th of 2024. And your next court date in Paradise Valley Town Court will be an arraignment hearing this Tuesday, April 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning. The address is on your paperwork. Your bond is $500. I'm affirming their bond. It is secured. If you post it, do not go back to this location. No contact with any alleged victims. And if you don't post it, you will have a lawyer at your next hearing to help you with the bond issue only. We're going to get you your paperwork, and then if you step out to your left, you'll be all done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Coronado? And then Julie Rocha, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Jose A. Rio Flores, 1091.
All right, thank you. You're here on a warrant in a case in which you have been charged with narcotic drug possession and dangerous drug possession. Those are both Class 4 felonies. Also 2 counts of drug paraphernalia possession. Those are Class 6 felonies. You already have a lawyer in this case, and you're going to have a status conference this coming Tuesday, April 15th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the $250 secured appearance bond in your case. If you post it, comply with all of your written conditions and don't miss your court hearings. Everything's going to be on your paperwork. We're going to get your copy of that. You can step out to your left.
All right, so just be to bond out then?
What's that?
It'll be just 250 to bond out?
Correct, yeah, and then don't miss your court date, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck. Mr. Coronado and then Julie Rocha, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir, may I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
David Velasco Coronado.
5172. All right, thanks. You're here on a child support warrant from the family court. In this case, a warrant issued for your arrest on July 31st of 2018. We're going to send you to the family court on April 11th, which is 2 days from now, day after tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning. You have a cash purge, which I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a bond, but you never get it back if you pay it because the court keeps it and puts it towards your outstanding child support debt. If you pay it, you must still be in court on the 11th, making no mistake, because people always owe more than what the cash purge is. Yeah. So if you pay it and you don't appear on the 11th, they're going to put out another warrant and they're going to raise the cash purge. So if you don't pay it, you'll go over there day after tomorrow. You can talk to the family court judge about your case. Okay? All right, we're going to get you a copy of your paperwork and you can step out to your left. Thank you. And then Ms. Rusa, after that, Travis Store, will you please go to the chair? Hi, ma'am. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Julie Rocha, March 29th, 1991.
All right, thank you. You're here on an arrest warrant because you've been charged with an older case. It is 2 counts of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. That's a violation of the same statute 2 different ways. They are both Class 4 felonies. The alleged offense date is December 5th of 2023. This comes from the Tempe Police Department. You will get police reports from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is a status conference, April 24th at 8:30 in the morning in the Downtown Superior Court. Preliminary hearing, April 28th at 8:30. So that's 2 weeks from now. And this was not a new arrest. I think they tried to send you a summons, but it didn't get to you. So I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You're going to have to drug and alcohol test for us, and that is because you have a history of these types of offenses. It doesn't appear that you've been arrested for a year and a half at least, which is good. That being said, people who repetitively commit this type of offense are dangerous.
I have a breathalyzer too in my truck.
Great. And so you should have no problem with the alcohol testing for us. Just keep up with that. Don't miss your court dates. If there was a collision in your case, don't have any contact with those victims. They are victims for restitution purposes, even if nobody was hurt, if there's a property claim. So anybody who might, or anybody who owned property that you might have hit. If there was no collision, then that doesn't even apply to you. Okay. But I always check the no victim contact box, and I try to explain it because some people are like, victims? So if there was no accident, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be on your paperwork. Just don't miss your court dates. They are in 2 weeks, okay? You do, as I often tell people faced with this case, you face a possible mandatory minimum 4-month prison sentence in this case, so don't mess around. Go to your court dates, defend your case, comply with your conditions, okay? Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Storr? And then James Saylor, will you go to the chair? Hello, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Hello, Your Honor. Travis Storr.
Okay, what's your date of birth, sir?
7/11/82.
All right, thanks. You're in a new case. You got arrested for possessing dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is going to be in 2 weeks. It's a status conference, April 24th at 8:30 in the morning in the Downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing April 28th at 8:30 in the same court. And I do know about your priors, but this is a drug charge, and right now, we're not showing enough failures to appear to mean that you can't be released. So I'm going to release you. I know it can be hard to get to court if you don't have a regular place to stay, but it's not an excuse. We don't accept the excuse of, I had 2 weeks to plan ahead and I still didn't make it to court. Come if you don't want a bond. If you don't come, you've got 2 priors, you're going to get a bond if you don't show up. Yeah. So everything's on your paperwork. Don't lose your paperwork. You got 2 weeks to figure out how you're getting there. If you lose the paperwork or leave it behind in the jail, you're just going to get another warrant and you're going to get a bond. So I'm releasing you. Come to court. So to this right here? No, it's downtown, but the street address is on your paperwork.
Downtown in Mesa?
No, Phoenix. It's a felony. So the date and the address are right there. Don't screw it up. You've got 2 priors. You actually could go to prison for this, but I'm releasing you because it's simple possession. You could also get a probation offer. So I'm not going to hold you unless you prove that you won't come to court, okay? Just come to court.
I will.
Big thing, okay? Don't lose that paperwork. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure. Mr. Storr? No, you are Mr. Storr. Mr. Saylor. Sorry, Mr. Saylor. I got confused. Mr. Saylor, and then Mr. Hemingway, if you go to the show. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
James Saylor, 10/5/83.
All right, thank you. You're here on an arrest warrant for an older case. Looks like you've been formally charged in a criminal complaint with narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, unlawful failure to return rented property, which is a Class 5 felony, and drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. The alleged offense date is back on December 8th of last year, and if this doesn't ring a bell, I show it comes out of the Mesa Police Department. But you'll get a copy of the charges and police reports from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date, hold on. Your court dates are in 2 weeks. The first one is a status conference, April 24th at 8:30 in the morning, with the preliminary hearing April 28th at 8:30. It's all on your paperwork. Those are going to be in downtown Phoenix. And this was an unserved summons, meaning the court tried to send you a summons to politely request that you come to court. We just didn't have a working address. So the only reason it turned into a warrant is because we didn't have a working address. So it's not a new case. I am going to release you to pretrial services supervision, though, because you have priors as well, and you got 4 priors.
I was dealing with some cancer. I had cancer in
take that to your lawyer. Anything you think your lawyer can use, take with you in terms of like trying to get a good offer, because you have priors. You don't have to ask for any offer. You can fight this case. You're innocent until proven guilty. You also have about 4 priors. So you need to go to court. Don't have any contact with the alleged victim, which in this case is probably a business, so don't have any contact with them. And you just report to pretrial. I'm not going to make you a drug test right now because this is a summons case. But if I send you to pretrial, you also do get a bus pass. So that's a bonus for you. Just don't lose your paperwork, and call them when you get out. Now, you don't meet with them after court. You call them after you get out. Okay? All right. Thank you. Mr. Hemingway? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Sammy Lee Hemingway, 0604, 1994.
Okay, thanks. You're hearing a warrant from the Agua Fria Justice Court, where you've been charged with driving on a suspended license. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor. This warrant was issued on March 6th, not yet, March 6th of 2025. So your next court date is going to be April 28th at 10:30 in the morning, which is about 2.5 weeks from now.
Yes, ma'am.
April 28th, 10:30 in the Agua Fria Justice Court.
Yes, ma'am.
According to the records I can see, this is your first failure to appear, and it is not violent, and it's not a victim crime. So I'm going to give you another chance to come to court. If you don't, you will have confirmed that this fun experience is not enough to get you to go. So that's why I had you wait, is because I'm already planning to release you unless you talk me out of it. Even assuming that you knew about court, you deliberately missed it, all of that, I'm still willing to give you a do-over because it's a traffic case.
Yes,
and for most people, this is enough to get them to go, okay, I will go to court.
Yes, ma'am.
If that's not you, we see you back here.
No, yes, ma'am. Everything you said, because I did call ahead before the court date to let them know I wasn't going to make the court date, but the lady said she's going to make a note for the judge.
And stuff goes wrong, and I know. And on this kind of stuff, as long as we can get people to show up, you don't need to be locked up.
I still just showed up.
Just go, and so don't lose your paperwork. It's like 2.5 weeks from now. As long as you're going, we don't have any reason to hold you, okay? All right, good luck, sir. Take your paperwork. All right, so then I've got 2 cases coming up where we were going to bring the defendants in separately, unless we already did. One was Mr. Johnson and one was Mr. Carbajal. So, Officer, I think we're done with everybody in the courtroom. Okay, got everybody? So, did I miss anybody?
Kenneth Thomas.
Who did I miss? He was at the top of the calendar. He's got a black T-shirt on. He was super tall. He was the very first guy. Well, not super tall. He's 6 feet tall. He's about 50. He's got a white goatee, black T-shirt. Yeah, he was way at the top. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, so I'll probably just work on some warrants and computer stuff while we get organized to do Mr. Carbajal and Mr. Johnson's cases.
So what are you going to ask for?
Oh, really? Well, Sergeant needs to come. Okay. Nobody told me. Nobody said a word to me. I'm expecting them to bring it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, officer, we're getting. I don't care what order we do them, but we'll do Johnson and then Carbajal. Or if you want to do Carbajal first, that's the interpreter case. We need to get the interpreter in the meeting.
Carbajal for sergeant says we can't retain the combative.
Okay. I want to hear from a sergeant. Then I don't do Spanish as a house call. It's very problematic. Okay. And are they bringing Johnson? Are they already bringing? I told them well in advance. No. And are they bringing Johnson, officer? Johnson, you guys wanted to do at the end? You wanted to do separately?
I would have to, do you need to remove it? Want me to see? No, well, the hydroponics is, so you can bring him over here right now. We've done a volume 3, and I'm trying to get the. No, not to remove that. Okay, yeah, but after that, I'm trying to get it over there. I think I want to go. Okay, so I'm going to take these and then I'll come back and then you want me to see if I can get over the sergeant for the,
Okay, great. Hi, just letting the interpreter know, we're working on getting the defendant into court. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Standing by.
Thank you so much. Hi, can you go right here, sir? Is this our Spanish speaker? Al podio, por favor, al podio.
Your Honor, pardon the interpreter. What was the name that you used for the defendant?
Oh, I didn't. I was saying al podio.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Probably wrong. I don't know.
No,
Mr. Carbajal. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, sir, may I please have your full name and date of birth?
Señor, por favor, dígame su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
El nombre en México es Leonardo Quintana Carbajal y es 10/27 del 75.
My name in Mexico is Leonardo Quintana Carbajal.
No,
Date of birth is... Perdón?
I think you say Leobardo with a B.
Leobardo Quintana Carbajal. My date of birth is October 27th, 1967.
All right, thank you. You are before the court for 2 matters.
Usted comparece ante esta sala por 2 casos.
A new arrest and a warrant in an older case.
Fue arrestado por un caso nuevo y tiene orden de aprehensión en un caso anterior.
In your new case, you have been accused of the following offenses.
En el caso nuevo, se le acusa de lo siguiente.
Possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony.
Posesión de droga nociva, un delito de categoría 4.
Criminal damage, a class 2 misdemeanor.
Daño en propiedad ajena, un delito menor de categoría 2.
There is probable cause for those 2 offenses.
Hay fundamento fáctico para esas 2 acusaciones.
The police also accused you of resisting arrest, but they did not provide any information regarding how they say you did that.
La policía también le acusa de resistir arresto, pero no proporcionaron información acerca de la manera en que usted hizo esto.
So for purposes of this hearing, I am not finding probable cause that you resisted arrest yesterday.
Para los fines de esta audiencia, dicto que no hay motivos de procesamiento para el cargo de resistir arresto el día de ayer.
I am appointing a lawyer for you in both cases, and you can speak to your lawyer more about how that works.
Le asignaré un abogado para los 2 casos y usted podrá hablar más con su abogado acerca de cómo todo esto funciona.
In the older case, you have been charged with resisting arrest, a class 6 felony.
En el caso anterior, tiene una acusación de resistir arresto, un delito de categoría 6.
And assault as a class 3 misdemeanor.
Y agresión, un delito menor de categoría 3.
And this warrant was issued for you in July of 2022.
Y esta orden de aprehensión se libró por usted en julio del 2022.
I'm setting the same next court date for you for both cases.
Voy a programar una fecha de comparecencia para usted en estos 2 casos.
I will give you a chance to speak in just a moment.
Le daré una oportunidad para hablar en un momento.
I'm also scheduling a preliminary hearing in both cases for April 17th at 8:30 in the morning.
Programaré una audiencia preliminar para ambos casos el día 17 de abril a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Now, in the new case only, I'm also scheduling a bail hearing on April 16th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
En el caso nuevo, y nada más en el caso nuevo, fijaré una audiencia para imposición de fianzas. Será el día 16 de abril a la 1:30 de la tarde.
Your lawyer will explain to you what's going to happen at the bail hearing, but the reason you need one is that you are not eligible for bail in the new case today.
Su abogado le explicará lo que pasará en la audiencia para imposición de fianzas. La razón que es necesaria esa audiencia es porque usted no califica para fianza en el caso nuevo que tiene.
You may be found eligible next week, but you do not have bail today in your new case.
Es posible que se le dicte que usted califica para fianza en el caso nuevo la semana que viene, pero para hoy usted no califica para fianza en el caso nuevo.
In the older case, you have a $10,000 cash bail and release conditions.
En el caso anterior, usted tiene una fianza de $10,000 en efectivo y hay ciertas condiciones de libertad.
And everything will be provided to you in writing. Now, what is your question?
Todo esto se le proporcionará por escrito. ¿Cuál es su pregunta?
Mi pregunta es que yo no estaba en ninguna propiedad. ¿Cómo me arrestaron por la calle? Iba caminando yo y por la calle yo no traigo ninguna propiedad. Sí.
My question is, how is it that I was arrested when I was walking on the street? I didn't go on any property. I didn't have any property on me.
A man identified you as someone who he said was throwing rocks at his car.
Un hombre lo identificó a usted como la persona que le estaba aventando piedras a su carro.
And the police alleged that they found methamphetamine in your pocket.
Y la policía alega que encontraron metanfetamina en el bolsillo de su pantalón.
You're not convicted in this case. You're just accused.
Usted no ha sido condenado como culpable en este caso, simplemente se le ha acusado.
So I'm giving you a lawyer. Your lawyer will help you defend against the charges.
Le voy a asignar un abogado y ese abogado se encargará de defenderlo ante esas acusaciones.
Yo iba y pues yo salí ¿cómo se comparó aquí? Por lo de los sicarios. Y a mis hijos los tengo perdidos, no los he podido hallar. Donde yo vivía, yo iba con ellos, ya no los puedo hallar. Y pues necesito que me ayuden a buscarlos también. Pues, ¿no?
I left here on parole regarding the matter with the sicarios, and my children, well, when I went to look for them where I used to live, I can't find them anymore. I need help to find them.
All right. Well, the court can't help you with that today. You do also have the warrant from the other case. So you need to speak to your lawyer next week. Save those questions for your lawyer. Let's go ahead and get him his paperwork.
Bueno, mire, yo no puedo hacer nada para ayudarlo al respecto el día de hoy. Y aparte tiene la orden de aprehensión de su caso anterior. Guarde sus preguntas para su abogado cuando hable con él la semana que viene.
Your lawyer's job is to help you. It's not my job to help you.
El deber del abogado es ayudarlo. No es mi deber ayudarlo.
¿Puedo decir otra?
Uno más.
May I?
Me dijeron que tenía que ir a la central. Fui a la central. Y luego nos dieron un número para que habláramos, porque dijeron, no, aquí ya no puede hacer nada. Nos dieron un número, hablamos, y luego no nos contestaron ahí. Mi hijo era el que estaba hablando. Porque yo salí, tenía probation. Y fui a la oficina de probation. Fui a la oficina de probation y ahí me dijeron que ya no puede hacer nada. Y nos dieron un número y hablamos y no contestaron nunca.
Well, I went to the central, and they gave me a number to call, and they told me that they couldn't do anything there, they couldn't do anything there. So I called, and we didn't get an answer. My son had called. I was on probation, and they said that there was nothing that they could do. So I called and wasn't able to get anything.
Okay, again, talk to your lawyer about that. None of that changes what is happening today.
Vuelvo a decir, hable con su abogado acerca de todo eso, porque esas cosas no cambian lo que yo puedo hacer aquí el día de hoy.
All right, I do have more cases to get to. If you please go ahead and step out to your left, we'll get your paperwork. Good luck.
Tengo otros casos. Por favor, diríjase a la izquierda y recoja su hoja.
Thank you, Sergeant. All right, and that's our only guy, so thank you to Mr. Hernandez. Have a great day, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
myself, okay?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
I told him in Spanish, I'm like, you know, we're going to take you in courtroom, the judge wants to see you. I'm like, you have to respect the judge, because apparently he had been yelling.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Drew what?
What's your name, sir?
Oh, Craig Johnson, 1021-65.
Okay, thank you, sir. And because you weren't in court earlier, I do need to advise you of two important rights that you have. One is the right to remain silent about what you've been accused of. Two is the right to the assistance of a lawyer. It appears that you don't financially qualify for a lawyer, although sometimes mistakes get made in the data entry. Are you making about $60,000 a month doing the hot rod building, or is that
a year?
A year.
That's a year.
Okay. I wondered, and they just put it.
That would be nice to make $60,000 a month.
All right, I'm going to appoint a lawyer. Let me double check your financial profile one more time. Okay, your wife is doing well, but on these facts, I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you.
Thank you.
Your next court date is going to be a status conference, April 15th, which is this Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I skipped a part. Here's what you've been arrested for. 3 allegations of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. Those are Class 2 felony. 1 allegation of disorderly conduct with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. That's a Class 6 felony. 1 allegation of endangerment involving the risk of serious physical injury or death, and that is a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause provided by the police for all of those. So your case is going forward, and I am giving you a lawyer.
Okay.
I'm setting your first 2 court dates. First, the status conference, April 15th, which is this Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing will be April 17th at 8:30 in the same court. Now, the state recommended a $1 million cash bond in your case, plus electronic ankle monitoring. I understand why they requested that. I will note, however, that you are nearly 60 years old and you don't have much criminal history back in 2003. You have a misdemeanor threatening and intimidating conviction, and that appears that is all that our staff located for you. So that is a minimal criminal history. That being said, what has been alleged against you raises a strong inference that you are dangerous to people in the community. And so in this case, I am setting a significant bail. It is $250,000. It is cash only. If you post it, then you will be on an electronic ankle monitor under the supervision of pretrial services. We want to
So I need to come up with $250,000?
Correct. And some bail bond companies will do it. I believe they charge a higher fee because they have to put the money on deposit with the court. They don't just sign a promise to pay. Now, you may not have any contact with any of the alleged victims. In this case, it includes the officers, but it also includes, there was at least one neighbor residence where they allege that they, you'll have to ask your lawyer exactly where this is, but where they allege that there were bullet strikes on some of the neighbor, at least one neighbor house. You may not possess any weapons, no alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not possess or consume any alcohol. Finally, if you are out of custody, you must surrender all firearms in your possession. That means regardless of where they are located, firearms that you exercise dominion and control over. You have to surrender those to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office within 24 hours of release from jail and bring your receipt to your next court date. They don't keep them forever, but they hold on to them while the case is pending because the court prohibits you from possessing any weapons. You can't give them to your wife and say they're in my wife's possession. You need to surrender them to the county sheriff. So everything is going to be on your paperwork. I did give you a lawyer, and you will be back in court on Tuesday at 8:30 for your status conference. Everything is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, she's going to have a copy of that for you, all right? All right, thank you.
Thank you. So, do I have to get a bail bondsman?
You could call bail bondsman and ask them what they would require in order to put up that bond for you. They take collect calls from the jail. You can call more than one. Ask them what they would charge to consider posting that bail for you. That way you could possibly use collateral, etc. But talk to the bail bondsman about what they would want to do that for you. All right. Yes, ma'am? Oh, yeah. No. All right, so we don't have any house calls. And so with that, we are going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.